Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to our Opulence Nation. Welcome to the forensic call tonight. Let me introduce you here, and then you can take it away. It's Ramin Mascarlo, our CEO, the man with the heart of gold. And Ramin has built a $4 million MLM businesses as a distributor from 1990 to 2003. He founded MLM's most advanced MLM university, the Forensic Networker. He founded that in 1999, and he's bringing it back. We're going to have our first weekend coming up next month. Founded the MLM premier and most greatest generous MLM company in 2005. That was voted the world's top MLM compensation plan in 2010. Featured in the network Times as master distributor in 2011, featured on the cover of the American Business Journal with Warren Buffett in 2013. He was voted world's #2 all-time MLM business or businessforhome.org in 2014. Nominated by Ernst & Young of the year in 2015, and voted MLM's first inductee into the Hall of Fame, Paul Zane Pilser, and in 2019, and that was 2016, sorry. And his company ranking in the Momentum Company in MLM in 2020, and he was voted the top networker again in the BFH in 2020 again. So welcome, Ramin. Welcome to this call on the Forensic Network.
All right, thank you very much. All right, let's get started. We're going to talk a lot about the Forensic Networker. It's the first time in years we've done a Forensic Networker. It'll absolutely rock you. You got to be there. If you're not there, you're going to regret it. Everyone's going to see you. They're going to say, you missed it, you missed it, you missed it. It's not something that happens every week, every month, every year. Like I said, we had to go to pre-COVID to have seen a Forensic Networker. So here you are. I'm coming. Everybody needs to be on. Doesn't matter what time it is. It's middle of the night for you. That's okay. It's okay not to sleep. There's people that work late shifts in jobs. They work overnight in jobs. That night, you're going to be working overnight. It's not something that you're going to miss. Look, in 2025, things are tough. You're feeling it. You're feeling it. And I was meeting with one of my real estate agents just before this call. We had dinner together, and we looking at my investment properties. And as I was talking to her and looking at this investment property, you know, every single one of them lose money every month. Every single one, because you can get $2,500 rent, but your mortgage, your condo fees, your taxes is more than that. So you got to go for 40 years to clear it up. Then you can start to make a little bit of money. But then you get a little bit of money that you're going to have to deduct the property tax. That doesn't go away. Then whatever money you make, you have to pay income tax on that. So I start thinking, you can put $500K into a property, and this is what people perceive to be a good investment. And at the end of the month, if you will rent it out, you're going to make $1,500 net, which you have to pay tax on, depending on which country you're in. So you put in $500K, providing you paid it off after 30 years, 25 years. Your rental minus your property tax, which is ongoing. If you got condo fees, that's ongoing, doesn't stop. And whatever is left, you pay tax on it. My goodness. You put a $500,000 investment, you make $1,000 a month net, maybe if you're lucky. You don't need, it's a lot easier to make $1,000 a month with Opulence. Because I'm looking at all these properties, all losing money because all got mortgages on them, and then there is property taxes and there's condo fees. Some have got condo fees, and it's incredible. You can put out millions of dollars in properties and lose money every single month. I'm thinking it's so much easier to make money with opulence than it would be in real estate. We haven't got into things like, bad tenants, destroy the house, don't pay the rent, all that stuff. We haven't got into that yet. Last week we talked about how, there were 6 or 7 official ways, but like 9 different ways for you to meet and beat the currency debasing and inflation. So many ways, and it wasn't big ways to do it. You didn't have to do much. And we're going to talk about numbers like that, because every single one of you don't have to continue this way and falling behind because of the currency debasing, because of the inflation. It's not that hard to give yourself a 25% raise in this business. It's impossible to get that done in your job. We talked about this all last week. So we're going to talk. Forensic is about that. It's very detailed. Forensic is about how you become what I call a forensic warrior. To be a forensic warrior, you got to become a mental warrior. Mental warrior means is that you get things done. You're not, let's face it, network marketers, and I'm going to be harsh about this. Network marketers, they want to get rich, but they don't deserve to be rich. Why? Because they refuse to change. They don't expect to be rich in their jobs, and they know their jobs, and they're actually doing their jobs. Amazing. They're in their jobs, they know their jobs, and they actually go into work every day, 5 days a week for 40 years or more, and they still don't expect to get rich. And because of the currency debasing inflation, they get poorer and poorer every month. Credit cards are racking up, lending credits racking up, they're remortgaging the house. RBC said 60% in this year, 60% of mortgages will be defaulted. We hear it everywhere in Canada. It's probably the same in your country. A lot of people who need to renew their mortgage, they can't. Because when they bought it 5 years ago, interest rates was 0, basically almost 0. Now it's really high. So they bought the house, when interest rate is 0, property values are really high. So they bought at a very high price, but interest rate was 0, they could afford it. Now they come here, high interest rate, triple the mortgage payments. They can't do it. They're defaulting left and right. And this is a dream come true business, real estate. And I take a look at our business, I'm thinking, it's incredible how someone could come in here, and if they're willing to evolve and change and learn, put in their 100 hours into opulence, learn the business, put in their hours, it's so much of an easier side hustle than anything else you can do. I can guarantee you it's far better than real estate. Far better than real estate. You see builders are going bankrupt. A lot of my builders in Canada stopped building. They said, by the time the taxes, everything, it's not worth it anymore. So I'm looking at the sense of what is an average person to do? Because not everybody can be a builder if they don't have the money or the knowledge. But everybody can learn opulence. And the cool thing about opulence is, it gives you multiple revenue streams because it has multiple lines of products. So we're going to talk a lot about that at the Forensic Networker seminar. You have to be there. If you're an LD1, minimum, you buy 3 tickets and you figure out who those 3 are. Whether you gift it to them or you sell it to them, doesn't matter. If you're an LD1, I expect you to come with 3. If you're an LD2, I expect you to come with 10 in your team. 10. You buy it, you sell it, you gift it, whatever. You know they're going to change completely after this. It's going to skyrocket your business. It's going to, I'm telling you, forensic, it'll bring a dead person to life. So you want to make sure you guys are there and your people do whatever you can to make sure your people are there. For LD3, 25 to 50 minimum. Yes, you got to hit the phones. You may think, well, it's costing me money. Trust me, them not showing up is costing you a fortune because over the next year, if you get even 10% of them active, which should be far beyond that, I can tell you right now, 10% active, you're going to multiply your profits 10x over what it costs to get them there. How much is it going to cost you that these sparks who have potential, who are sleeping right now, how much is that costing you every single month? Is that what you want? The revenues that you've been getting from the sleeping cells, which is zero, is that what you want? Or you want to wake them up? LD4s, hundreds. I'm talking on, we don't have that much room anyways, but between live and online, 100 plus. We're going to release online as well. Whatever the price is, I don't know. But Forensic Networker is where we're going to reignite our business. Tonight we're going to talk a little bit about filling out every seat in every meeting. How does that sound? Fill out every seat in every meeting. Sounds good, right? Does that sound good?
I'm just going to say hi.
Hello, madam.
You're on one side of the world. I'm on this side of the world.
I see you're still at the warehouse.
Indeed. It's been a busy, busy day, but I wanted to just chime in, say hello and good morning to everyone. Let everyone know that I've actually put the link on the chats for everyone to see where they can purchase right on the Forensic Networker website. It's under conference 2025, and I'm going to go back to work because I have lots of stuff to do.
No, stay with us. Stay with us. Team, I'm telling you, you're looking at that young lady. Look at her. She looks like a model, yet
Oh, you're so sweet.
she works around the clock. I'm telling you, you have no idea how hard she works. You know, I did a post, I haven't posted up yet. People tend to say, lucky you. They see a picture on, people see a picture on Instagram, lucky you. Lucky you.
Mm.
Luck doesn't bring anything, whatever that means anyways. What brings effort? Effort leads into results. I'm sure that young lady with a nice G-Wagon parked outside, she has better things to do than to be at the office at 9:15 p.m.
By myself.
by herself, which I don't like.
Yeah.
But the point is this. This is how you build an empire.
Mm-hmm.
And she started just like you 19 years ago, 18 years ago. This is not something that she's not, but if you want something exceptional, if you want opulence, if you don't want to be part of the 95% of who are on the way to crash into an upcoming train, financial wreck, don't follow the 95%. You're here tonight, congratulations. A lot of people aren't. You see what we're doing. I'm taking care of another type of business right with some of my properties. I'm on the call with you. I'm on my emails. I'm getting things done. Mm-hmm. So team, the Forensic Networker, I'm going to shake you up. And let's give some love to our SVP. Thank you for doing everything you're doing. And we're relentless.
Yeah.
We are relentless.
You know, I'm going to just quickly share something very quickly. And I got to walk this little girl because she's sitting here saying, Mommy, let's go.
She's the hardest working poodle in the world.
Oh, yes, she is. But I want to just share with all of you. Sorry for the background noises. Nighttime, I think the heaters in the warehouse are kicking in because it's cold. I do want to share something that Ramin talked about a little bit earlier on. There's a lot of different industries and there's a lot of different companies out there. But one thing that we've talked about is the past 2 decades, Opulence has been instrumental in building infrastructure, stability, growth, distribution, expansion, product development, you name it. We've done it all for you. And the reason we work so relentless is I've committed myself to building something exceptional for each and every single one of you. And as well as our CEO. And I appreciate all the love and I appreciate, you know, everything that you all give to us. I've always said the best thing that anyone can do is just be focused, be consistent, and, you know, stay strong. Forensic, the conference will be a game changer. We have been pushing our CEO to make it happen, to do it. And you know what? This is going to be life changing. I don't care where you are. If you're in Canada, anywhere in Canada, you need to be at this event. USA, you need to be there. I know people are flying in international to be at this event. These 2 days is going to really take your brain, go like this to it, wake you up, you know, and shake you up and really put things into perspective. And it's a new year. The reason we're doing it right at the beginning of the new year is because we want to ignite you. We want to fuel you. We want to give you, you know, like a car either needs to be charged or it needs gas. We are your gasoline. We are your charger. You need to plug into us. You need to be at this event, and do not miss this event because we're going to be launching a lot of really cool training programs that is going to skyrocket your business. So that's all I wanted to share. And I love you all. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you for you know, your appreciation and acknowledgement, Ramin. I'm excited about what I do. I am E&E, excited and exhausted. I'm so excited for the grand opening. I'm so excited about the 2025. I'm excited for us to go to Thailand and Philippines and Singapore. I'm excited to grow. I'm excited to build with all of you. And I promise you, if you put in 10% of the effort of what I put in, you will be successful. Just 10%, not a lot. And back to you, CEO Ramin. I think you're muted. And thank you all for your love. I see all your hearts. I see all your messages. I see everything. I got to tell you all, I could not be more excited and push you harder to be at this event. So Forensic Networker is going to be that life-changing. I love you all. If you are in countries that doesn't allow visas to come in, when we go virtual with our tickets, which I'm planning on doing afterwards, it will open access to virtual internationally, not locally, not Canada. Make sure you're there. Back to you, CEO.
Thank you very much, phone rings. Anyways, guys, it's time to get serious. It's time to start making money. And I love the term, the forensics, E&E. The highest, the mode you want to be, the highest performance mode is E&E. Put it in the chat, E&E, excited, exhausted. You know what? We used to hear that all the time. I talk to any of my leaders or anywhere I go, and anywhere in the world, in opulence. Hey, somebody would call me, message me, I'm feeling E&E. Because they had 3 meetings that day, they have 5 meetings coming up, you know, they're exhausted, but they're excited. That's the ultimate performance mode, E and E. Let me see, is my picture up? Yeah, that's up. So, give me a second, guys. My phone just did a sec. All right, we're good. Can you guys see me okay? Okay, I can't see you guys.
Can't see you yet.
You cannot see me. All right, I'm having, give me a second, guys. Let me get. All right. I'm getting to you. There we go. Sorry, guys. There we go. Is that better? We're okay now?
That is great. The screen's still blue with you, but
No, those are the blue lights.
oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
Welcome back.
Let's get going. So I'm going to talk about how you fill every event. Because at the end of the day, you need eyeballs. It's simple, guys. We had the CEO Summit. Half the day we talked about one thing, being loud. And being loud is the main topic in forensic for the last 30 years. Be loud. Be loud, because if you're loud, you and your business and your products are in the conversation. If you're not loud, you're not in the conversation. If you're in the conversation, you're growing. That's what people advertise. Companies advertise, social media. Be loud so you can begin in the conversation so you can grow. And you know the other concept, if you're not growing, you are dying. If you're not growing, you're dying. This is how CEO Summit say it. But I've been saying forensic last 25 years. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. So we're going to get better. You're going to get better. I was talking about this earlier. You know, I miss the days that every time I run to one of our leaders, and they would say, oh, E&E, E&E, E&E. And they're making a gush of money. Then along the way, with COVID, all this stuff, everyone's off their routine. You need to get back on your routine. And it starts with meetings. Get eyeballs on it. Get loud. More people in meeting, you're being loud. You're in a conversation. Your conversation, you're growing because some people are buying and joining. It's not complicated. Get loud, right? And here's the key thing about major events, online or in live events like forensic, or weekly meetings, special conferences, or regional events. You want to always shoot high to make sure that you miss the target. You want to shoot high on the number of people you're going to invite to make sure you miss the target. If you shooting for 25 people to be there, if you shoot for selling 50 tickets and you sell 15, 20, okay, it's good. But the person who doesn't accomplish anything is the one who never misses a target. Because they don't set targets that are worthwhile. They're afraid to set those targets. So they never miss it because they set so low to make sure that they don't miss those targets. So when it comes to meetings, set your target so high that you make sure you're going to miss it. And it's okay to miss it. Because it's better to go for 50 and get 30, 20 than to go for 5 and get 5. We're not talking about percentages here, low averages. We're talking about, the results, the quantity, the number of people that you need. Eyeballs, how loud are you? Are you 15 loud in the seats or are you 5 loud? So rule number 1, shoot high and miss the number, whatever that number is. Write that down. You're going to have to become very good at doing events, whether it's virtually or live. I mean, we're all pretty good at throwing a party. MLM business, home-based business, any type of business. You should become very good at throwing a meetup. It's not hard to do a meetup, right? You can get a bunch of, hey, John, on Thursday, like I can tell you, tomorrow I have to be in Toronto. I'm in Ottawa, 450 kilometers away, because there's a meetup at a place, a bunch of guys get together to have a cigar, to have cigars, right? Of course, who put the meetup? People selling cigars, right? So they put it out, we all show up, we're with our friends, having cigars, they got the stuff displayed. Next thing you know, we're buying cigars. Or I've been to a meetup with cigar meetup, and the person who put the host, he was actually selling investments. So he brought 150 people together on cigars did a quick presentation afterwards on his investments. We all appreciate it because, he spent money to be there. And he keeps doing it, so he must really work well for him. So you want to meetups. We got a Forensic Summit coming up, right? The Forensic Networker. So what a fantastic way for you to have a meetup. So here's how the meetings should work. This is a meetup, small meeting, a large meeting, right? We do it backwards now. We have the seminar for us. Right afterwards, we do a meetup and a tour. So you can invite people over after Forensic and for a meetup, right? And you meet, you have a coffee, and you do a tour. We always do a tour after the training. But the word meetup is something that's palatable because I think a lot of businesses use it. And people understand that meetup, there's a reason for meetup. As a matter of fact, there is a site called meetup.com. You guys should explore that and see how you could use it to put a meetup together for the Oculus business. The thing about if you're calling for meetup, it doesn't even have to be your meeting. This is a Forensic meeting, right? Hey guys, I'm doing a meetup after I'm going to seminars. Fantastic, you should be there. Any business you're in, right? And right afterwards, I'm doing a meetup with a few of my friends. If you're doing a meetup, make sure that you're prepared to get a coffee, whatever, and exchange ideas. Share with you our new products. Do the meetup, right? So you have to start becoming better. And Renee said Eventbrite as well. There are ways out there for you to be able to do meetings using systems. And by the way, some of these portals, they'll help you get people to come. The whole point is you got to get very, very loud. And the thing about it is when you throw these meetups, right, you're the host. And when the host, you're the one that's in power. The host has instant authority. You're the host. So all your people can say, I'm going to a meetup, come. And the upline is the host, right? But the upline has instant authority. Just throw a good meetup. Coffee, drinks, whatever. Throw a good meetup. And right after that, build some like and trust. But right after that, you want to do a tour. One-on-one or a live tour. The whole thing is, you can run a meetup every week. Once a week, I'm doing a meetup. And promote it on meetup.com, promote it on Eventbrite, all these places. Your friends, hey guys, I'm doing a meetup. I'm at the Sheraton. There's a Starbucks there. Let's meet for a latte. Let's have a chat. Hey guys, I want to show you the stuff that I have now. The new things are coming out. Hey guys, let me show you the new fashion trend that's coming up. Anyone interested in fashion? Would you like to work in it? I'm doing a meetup. Anyone interested in health? And interested in professional grade products? I'm doing a meetup. Anyone's interested? Anyone suffering from post-pandemic diseases? Have serious problems? Need some advice? Right? Then I'm doing a meetup. Just come up with different things to do a meetup. Could be anywhere. Could be a restaurant, could be a bar, coffee shop, anywhere. Come prepared. Load it. Be loaded with brochures and products. Load it. Trust me, your prospects, people that are meet up, they prefer to look at something that's of value that you're bringing than nothing at all. If I showed up there having a cigar and then somebody should show me something of value, that brings value to me. Oh, I'm doing my cigar, but it brings value to me that there's something else for me to consider. So you want to meet up followed by tour. The meetup should be free, all right? Nobody should be paying for that. Partners should be paying for that. The guests, because I know in Asia, they charge the guest. I'm still having a difficult time understanding how that works. But in Asia, the guests have to pay together. And I just don't understand how that works. And then the guests should always be free. And the partners should cover the cost. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not that expensive, right? It's just a small meeting charge. So, it costs, I don't know, $200. It costs, I don't know, $30 each, whatever. The $30 gets you nothing, goes nowhere. $50 gets you nothing, goes nowhere. One prospect can change your life. One prospect. Now, you're in that, right? You're in that. And all of a sudden, you set your goal to have, you set the target of number of people you want to have at that event so high that you know you're going to miss the target. You're going to miss the number, what you're going for. I'm going to have 30 people at my next meetup. And you'll, boom, be banging it. If you hit it, it wasn't high enough. If you hit your target, it wasn't high enough. Let's get serious, guys. Let's start making money. Get it? Going down or you going up, right? You're growing or you're dying. It's that simple. Let's get serious about making money. Our business is about making money. The cool thing again, like I said, the cool thing about Opulence, it gives you multiple revenue stream. Because I bring someone to meet up for health. They go on Divine and FOL. Fantastic. As I'm talking to them, and you should be talking to them, it's really important, guys, that you talk to them after they buy. Really, really important that if you don't talk to them after they buy, follow up with them on a regular basis, they will never buy again. You should never take someone's money without providing a service to them. People don't understand the difference between our product and a Crest or Colgate. They don't understand it. You have to explain that to them, right? Follow up. Not only you follow up, they stay on that product because you're following up. They want to be with you, you bond with you, they appreciate you. Now you upsell, right? You got the toothpaste or you got the health and wellness. You got Divine, let's go on that for a while. You got both, let's go to toothpaste. Upsell. All starts with a meetup. Now, meetup shouldn't be for everything. A meetup should be for one thing, right? Oral care. Spa grade shampoos and body care, right? Luxury fashion house. And then get them in. So now that allows you to invite the same people to another meetup. Another next line of product line. You become Mr. and Miss Opulence, right? Today, I'm going to talk to you about a professional grade anti-aging skincare line. And you have it there. And once you've done that, hey guys, I'm doing another meetup for professional grade, dental grade oral care. You build your audience that way. I have a meetup going on here. By the way, a lot of people who follow you on social media, if they knew that you're going to do a meetup somewhere, they'll come to meet you. Some of them would do that. Again, always upsell. You need to have a system, guys. Zig Ziglar says, are you a wandering generality or a meaningful specific? Think about that. Are you a wandering generality, just kind of just roaming around and, you know, or you're meaningful specific, you know which business you're in, you know what you promote, you know your products, you know your comp plan. Is that you? Then we talk about comp plan. You get into the heart of the comp plan that makes you look like you're a pro? Or is that you say, hey, you can make money with the comp plan. You just put us in the same category as every other Ponzi scheme that's out there. Are you a pro at your products? You understand it? You put 100 hours into the products. You know every single ingredient. You know what it does. And you sound like a pro. And because you sound like a pro, somebody would take the chance of paying you big money for your products, for your big. So you get paid for the value you bring to the marketplace, right? They're going to give you big money for professional grade products because you're represented professionally. Is that you? Oh, hey, there's this product you should use, but you just sound like everybody else who's selling anything. If you're not growing, you're dying. I mean, I love how the MLM CEO Summit, they're very direct, and I could appreciate that. Forensic is tough, by the way. Forensic, I'll kick your butt. It's forensic is tough. You know, I have one target: make sure that you come out differently than you went in. And I used to do that. I wrote that over 20 years ago, and it's got such a big name because truly you cannot be the same after that. I'm gonna pound your brain, and my target is to reach out in your soul and screw things up so you can start doing things properly. That's what forensics is all about. So are you a wandering generality, or maybe you are? Are you ready to switch? Become a meaningful specific. Start making money. Are you ready for that? Because that's what we do this business for, to make money. And no other company gives you what we give you. We give you all these different types of revenue streams. You want that because you want your existing customers to keep on repeating on those because you provide the best customer service in the world. You're the ultimate upline to have. And now you're upselling to the next line, upselling to the next line. Next thing you know, all your friends are calling you at Christmas or Valentine's, and they want to order 15 gift cards, like Sanaz's friend did, because they trust you. And you're selling this gift card. By the way, I got some amazing news for you on the gift cards. Remind me of that later. See what happens when you show up to these calls? You get this crazy things happen on the calls. You'll be the first to get to know stuff when you show up to calls. You get rewarded. So you need a system, guys. You need a system. You can't be wandering generality. I don't know who said this, and I absolutely love it. Pay attention. Write it down. I read it somewhere. I wish I knew who was it because I'd like to give credit. It's not mine. And here it is. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Do this emoji. Right? Everybody wants money. Everybody wants success. Everybody wants everything. Yet they still got that loser system they've always followed that never got them there. Let me repeat, you don't rise to the level of your goals, the things that you want. You don't rise. You can't wish for the stuff. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. So if you don't have a system, you're not consistent, you're not doing it, but that's where you're at. It doesn't matter what you wish for. It doesn't matter what your targets are. It doesn't matter what your promise list is. You must have and that's what Forensic Network is all about. In Forensic Network, one of the famous philosophies, as many, is that you don't duplicate. Systems duplicate. I should add a second part to that. Because for the first 20 years of Forensic, he said, you don't duplicate, systems duplicate. I should add the second part to that now. Or worse, people duplicate you, all your wrong things you're doing, including not doing anything. Because that is true. That's also true. That your people will follow you, whether it's the wrong thing or nothing. That's what Forensic is all about. I'm going to rough you up. And you're going to like it. I'm going to rough you up and you're going to like it. You're going to come out on Monday. You're going to say, you know what? Okay, I get it now. I get it. I'm not wasting time anymore. I'm not wasting. I'm going to get serious. It's time to get serious. We built many generations of leaders the first time. And man, we used to get like 30 LD1s in a month. You know, like 7 or 8 LD2s in a month. It's crazy. It's crazy. The stuff we used to do. 6 or 7 month LD3s. Because we were all in the forensic system. We were going at it hardcore, changing lives, creating $100,000 a month income earners. Along the way, some people retired, some people sold out, got out of the industry, which I understand. We had some people who made a lot of money, made $1 million, and then they sold their opulence position for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they completely got out of the industry because their philosophy of a business, which is true, is that you build a business, you sell it. It's true for the traditional business. It's not true for our type of business. It's not true for the opulence business. People who sold, I know who they are. We're still in touch. Trust me, they regret it massively, massively. Although they made a big one chunk thing, we've seen them go from Mazda to a Lexus, from an apartment to a big, beautiful luxury home within the system of opulence. 10 years later, now look at them. They're back into a little Toyota and mortgage on the home because they just can't afford it. We've seen it. The opulence business is not a business you sell. You can, we allow it, but it's not business you sell. Here's a problem if you sell. How else are you going to match your inflation in your country and the currency debasing? Your money's dropping its value like crazy. How else you're going to reach 20-25% of increase so you at least don't get any poorer in your country? How else? There isn't any other way. People are getting poor every single. In Canada, 60% default on mortgages. Are you kidding me? It's supposed to, a few years ago, it was the most stable. You know, Canadians had more disposable income for the last 50 years, more disposable income in Canada than in the US. That's why American companies put factories here. Disposable income, and once the income was paid, they had money to spend. The world is falling apart and people are going down with it. So I'm saying, okay, you're going down because of the currency debasing. Your value, your money is losing, right? So the job pays you in currency. That currency buys less and less of the goods that you actually need every day, tomatoes, whatever, right? So what happens then? You can buy less, or you don't want to buy less, you want to buy the same, borrow. That's where you're at. So I'm sitting with a real estate agent. She's done mine, Suzanne, for like 30 years. I'm looking at all my properties. They're all losing money. They're all losing money. And I'm thinking, why is this such a good idea? You know, you go buy a $500,000, $1 million, $1.4 million property, and at the end of it, you're losing money. And regardless of what you think the value is, by the way, 2 of them, the value didn't even go up from 3 years ago. I'm shocked about it. But even if it did go up in value, whatever it goes up in value, you have to pay income tax on it, maintenance. I mean, how is that a good idea? Yeah, you need one. Yeah, maybe a second one, but you do that not because of anything other than it's not to save you in the future. It's just to have some assets. You gotta have all kinds of assets, but your month-to-month basis, how else are you going to escape inflation and currency devaluation? How else? What else are you going to give you 15, 20, 25%? You can do that in this business. You make $3,000 a month. To get extra 25% is only extra $1,000 a month. It's very much doable here. Try that with your job. And after a while, here it happens it's not that hard to have a residual of $1,000 a month here. If you're actually doing the business, if you're in the social club or whatever, but if you're actually doing the business, I mean, I get my list, right? I get my list, and there's the biggest portion of the list of income earners is 1,000 this week. Actually, sorry, there's not these weekly things. because I don't get the monthly, I get the weekly. So I should look at the next laying down because you're making $200-300 a week, it gets you in $1,000 more. But the point is this: you can do that easily here, but you can't do that anywhere else. So it's time to get serious, guys. I want to start building again the same way we built the first time. The next generation leaders, the next generation six-figure income earners, the next generation millionaires. So in those 2 days, forensic, I'm going to rough you up. It's time to wake up. We're going to shake you up. You're going to feel amazing. You're going to love the abuse. You're going to absolutely love the abuse. And people who've been to forensic, they never miss one. Because it refreshes you. It's like going, having a good workout at the gym, and you feel good afterwards. You feel amazing. You had a good workout, and you go to the sauna and hot tub, you feel like $1 million. But that's forensic for your brain. Unlike the workout at the gym, because this is for your brain, it can last you a lifetime. That one session, it can last you a lifetime. You will not be the same the day after. I can tell you right now. You just can't be because you know too much. And we're going to do it. With that, I have expectation of LD1s, LD2s, LD3s. I need you to buy tonight, buy 5, 10 tickets. You got 30 days only. Whether you put it as incentives, by the way, here's what I would do. Renee's going to hate me for this. I would call my upline and say, hey, listen, if you're outside the city, here's what I would do. I'm going to fly in for this. How many tickets do I have to sell for you to get me to pay for my hotel room? I would do that. You know, just contact your upline, say, how many tickets do I need to sell for me to get a hotel stay? I'll come in, I'll drive in, I'll fly in and get to work. And remember, set the number that you don't miss the number. Set the target high enough that you're going to miss the number. Don't bail out on yourself. All right? All right, everybody. Let's go. And Renee, if you want to share something about the event, or I don't know if Sanaz is still on, whoever else, put your hand up. You want to share? Who's been to forensic? Maybe you want to share that. You know, have you recovered yet from that? We used to do 2-day seminars or 3-day seminars of forensic, 14-hour days. People's brain was mush by the time they go home, lick their wounds, come back the next morning, 8 o'clock again, breakfast, we get going again. But this is a life-changing event. So it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Who wants to share?
Hello, good evening, CEO Ramin Masgarlu.
Hello, LD4, Renee. You know I
what?
expect 200 plus for you, huh?
I'm expecting a lot of messages in my inbox tonight and tomorrow. So, but definitely looking forward.
And online counts, online in-house. And yes, so Renee, let me ask you, how many tickets do they have to sell to get a free room?
You know what? I wanted to shoot for something, but easily, if you got 10 tickets, consider it done. 10 tickets. And because
All right.
really,
That's
5
pretty easy.
should be easy. Should be
That's
easy.
pretty easy.
But you know what, Ramin? I just want to share something about your forensic networker meeting because, and I apologize for the dog barking out here, but one of the things that I didn't have in my DNA, in my blood, before your very first forensic training was my work ethics. You know, I worked hard, but then I wasn't working smart. And one of the things that your forensic networker system did for me, and I encourage all of you, don't just come to one of these events. I mean, it's rare to even get these events, but come to as many of these forensic networker. I mean, these seminars used to be like 5 days. I remember in the past, right? And so it's number one, it's rare to get this intense training that you need that kick in the head. But more importantly, because I've been to so many of these events now, it's really catered me. It's kind of molded me into the successful professional network marketer. Like for example, today, I woke up and starting at about 7:40 in the morning, I have Brian Arundel calling me. We had a huge meeting again with Team Nigeria about, a 2-hour meeting, and just all day long, I've gotten used to, as I'm doing my daily tasks, I'm taking my wife, and Rex is right now, he's on his exam period, so we're going for lunch, but I'm still doing my business, drove about 30 minutes away for another meeting. One of my clientele, again, they bought more products, and we did a big business presentation. And you know what, after that, came back home, went for lunch, more calls, more meetings, and then this evening, my kids at tennis, doing more calls, more supporting. I have a lot of people renewing, people upgrading, and of course, then afterwards, I had another 7:30 p.m. meeting, finished in time to be on this forensic call. But you know what? Some of you might look at this as work, but when you truly understand and you truly love what you do, you never have to work a day in your life. And for me, it's exciting. It's like exhilarating because you know that every time you do a meeting, whether or not someone buys or someone actually, launches in the business, what you will learn in the forensic networker system is that it's putting dollars in your pocket. You might not see it right away, but you will see it eventually at some point in time if you follow the forensic networker system that you will be taught. You just cannot get this kind of training anywhere else in the world. It's going to mold you into becoming a professional network marketer. And I want to say a huge congrats actually to Emily Marr, who is on the call tonight, I believe too. She launched an LADE tonight and also an LA as well too. I mean, she sells so many products, right? So, every day, for me, my goal every single week is to make sure that my calendar on my free time. So my free time is the time that I'm not golfing or I'm not doing cigars. Even when I do cigars, I'm still networking. I'm not, with my family. I make sure that I fill my calendar because I know that what I'm creating here is a bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger legacy for my children. And so, one thing that you're gonna learn about in a friends and seminar is what is your why? Like, what's your passion? Like, why are you here? Why are you gonna put in all this hard work? And you know what? When you realize that you have these huge whys, and for me, I know of course for our CEO, it's his son Cyrus the Great, and for me, it's my two boys, Rex and Leon. I want to make sure that they have the absolute best life that they have. And Remy, if you don't mind me sharing one little thing here, Rex is actually going into his last year of high school next year. He's then going to university. He has 95 plus averages in his private school right now. Of course, that also has helped a lot to fund, of course, too. But he wanted to become a doctor. And here's the funniest conversation. He's getting really really mature now. He asked me, Daddy, how much does a doctor make? And I gave him the figures here in Canada. It's a government healthcare system. But I told him, well, we become a doctor, just realize that you're dealing with sick people all the time. And or people who have health issues, and you have to
Yeah.
be at this 9 to 5 or 9 to 9 or overnight shifts at the hospitals. And so he eventually asked me, well, Daddy, like, how much do you make? This is the funniest question that I think, when you become really successful in a business, your sons start to ask you these questions. Right now, Leon was a bit smarter. He asked me this question. Well, he's more like business smart. He asked me this question about like 2 years ago already. And finally, Rex himself, even though he was there in the car with my last conversation with Leon, he asked me the same question again, just I think yesterday or today. And then of course, he's seeing how much time I spend with him and the family. Flying here, flying there, taking them on the trips. As I go to Thailand, whatever, they're with me. And the funniest thing is he goes, well, why am I becoming a doctor if I can do what you do? you know and it's the most rewarding feeling when you create something that your children can aspire to. I have no doubt in mind that our CEO's son has the same feeling. He sees the same thing that our CEO Romina is doing, and so there's just so much more than just money in the bank account. I know for a lot of people that's the starting point, and I promise you, this forensic network system will get you that money in your bank account. But more importantly, it's the lasting impression, that legacy that you live for your family. For me, it's the first few years I always needed that kick in the butt. But now, after being here for 18 years, attending every single forensic networker seminar, it's now in my blood. And it's like you crave success, you want success, and nothing ever can deflate you, nothing demotivates you, and you understand how being a professional, not even a network marketer, but becoming a professional business person is like. And I cannot wait to see all of you having these breakthroughs, these evolutions in yourself, and seeing you rise to that next level. So, Ramin, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for all that you've given to us here in the company, and more importantly, what you've done for myself in molding and changing me into the person that that can inspire my children now. So, Ramin, thank you so much, and of course, back to you.
Wow, that was a powerful talk. I mean, wow. LD4, he is revved up. What a way to lead. Try to follow that. Fantastic. All right. Another LD4, the better version, maybe, the female version, Ifra.
Hello, CEO Ramin. Hello, Oculus Nation, Forensic Nation. As Renee was talking, I was actually going through my Instagram to see the first forensic and the last forensic I actually attended. It was in October 2018. So I was about 6 months old in the business, I remember. And I came out of that, and I swear to God, as you were saying earlier, I was not the same anymore. I was not the same anymore. A few months later, I booked a ticket to Boston, Minnesota. I started traveling. Then I went later on with you and our SVB to UK, Kenya. I just started going.
I remember.
Yes, I became unstoppable. So what the forensic does, it really takes every potential, everything that's in you, and it's gonna come out. And that's what our CEO is so gifted to do. He will take everything out of you. So whatever you have to do, if you have to take time off from work, make sure you get yourself there. I know my sisters like Ruqiyya and Rahma, they were working that weekend, they took it off, and they're coming. Whatever you have to do, I promise you, it will carry on. To this day, I still remember what that training did for me. That is why I booked my ticket right away, and I'm working to get as many as my team with me as well. So I cannot talk enough about what the forensic means and what it has done for me and my community, and I'm sure it can do for you as well. Back to you, CEO Ramin.
Thank you, LD4, Ifra. Listen, folks, you work for the rest of your life. Don't use work as an excuse. Another weekend. Don't work the weekend. You need to be here. You're going to get a change here. At work, you don't get a change. You get a change. Don't make excuses, right? You're either growing or dying. It's that simple. Work is always there. Don't miss this. It's not just about you, because it's going to change you. It's going to set a different example for your kids, family, your team, all of that. That's how we built the first time, through forensic system. Everybody was E&E. Loving. Life was fun. It was a lot of fun. I remember one time on one trip to St. Martin at the nicest, I think it's probably the nicest island. We had 50 people from Canada there. And some of them were saying they'd been to the Caribbean at that time 40 times. 40 times. That's how much fun we're having. Every couple of months, flying out to the beach to do business. But that's what E&E is all about. Excited and exhausted. All right, so let's go to, we have Joy Richards, Australia, right, Joy?
Hi, Ramin. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
It's great. I just wanted to share. I remember when you came out in 2016. I was 6 months into the company, and we came over from New Zealand, Samuel and I. And I remember that that first forensic you gave us. Oh my gosh, it was so powerful. My stomach started to turn. it was just amazing. And really, to this day, I feel like, I won the forensic for a reason, and I have about 300 contacts in there. So there's no excuse for me. I've come back and I've reset myself. We've got goals down here that are going to be amazing for you to see and to see us perform. I'm just excited. I get excited every time I'm on your calls, when I'm on your calls. And this year is going to be a very powerful year for us, especially for myself, because there's a lot of partners down here. There's a lot of inactive ones, and you know, it doesn't matter. It's like, you know, if we gather them along the way, yes, it's a bonus. But the people down here need our products. They need this opportunity. And so for me, I've got 3 meetups this month. I've gathered another 2 venues for some, you know, for some business calls, and they're just around the corner. I've moved to a new place, so, you know, for me, it's everything is new, everything exciting, and I just achieved a cooking certification that allows me to go into, you know, some cooking ventures here, and that will sort of lead me into some coaching. The coaching for menopause. And menopause for me was a game changer with our Fountain of Life. So I ventured down this track, and I'll be certified within a month or so. So then my clients, my people, whoever, will have an option to experience our holistic products, you know, natural. Yeah, so it's exciting for me. You know, this is the path that I've chosen, to be back with Opulence, and one day to bring you all back to Australia. So that is
Let's
my
go.
goal. That is my goal, sir. You know, Ramin, you know, and to take you to New Zealand, I mean, wow. You know, just, yeah, I look at all the past conferences and things like that, and it's like, what can I do? You know, as you say, if it's to be, it's up to me. You know, a
That's
lot
right.
of your forensic terms I use. I just did one on my post, happily achieving, you know,
Yes.
and for me, it's like when I'm with you or around the forensic, it's like I put on this new armor of robo woman's coming, watch out. Yeah, so you know, they're my goals, and I achieved my goals eventually. You know, they may not happen overnight, but you know, my intentions are to, you know, bring you all back, bring you to Australia. I know Sanaz didn't come down that time, but this is my promise. This is my promise with my My5 to, you know, because one day I want to see Opulence in the network marketing arena in Australia. They have a big event. And they have all these companies that, you know, hit the #1 spot. Well, I'd love to get Opulence there. I would absolutely love it. And
Joy,
so,
you're giving
you
me
know,
chills.
so I've got a lot to do. and I know you got my back.
You give me chills. Hey, who wants? We
Oh,
brought
good.
50 people. We brought 50 people to the Caribbean. Let's bring 50 people to New Zealand and Australia. Who wants to go?
Absolutely. Oh, I'll double that. I'll double that. But
All
thank
right.
you.
My phone just
Thank
went
you.
dim. That means I got less than 5%. You guys
Yeah.
continue. If I get cut off, I get cut off, but it's all
Yeah.
good. Thank you, Joy.
Thank
All
you.
right. Who else?
You're welcome.
So the online access will be available, by the way, guys. So there's going to be a charge as usual. I think what we'll do, we'll charge the same, and then we give you guys a Uber Eats 10 discounts or whatever, maybe a little bit less. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I will give you guys a Uber Eats certificate, so you guys can have lunch with us, you know, and basically I want you to experience it from wherever you are. If you're in a different city, you want to get together in someone's basement or at a hotel and then watch us on the big screen, you can do that. It's going to be an insane event.
Thank you for being here, for spending an hour and 13 minutes with us. It's my pleasure. And good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to everyone out there. And we'll see you at the top.